नमस्ते, मैं शिवा स्वाति हूँ and this video I am making to explain the concept of karma and how do you get karmic justice. How do you get justice when there is so much abuse and you feel tortured all the time and there are reports of murder and murderers roaming around and crime is increasing. So how is justice given by God? Justice is not given the way you expect it or you desire it to be given, that the criminal or the person who is doing wrong realizes his mistake and changes in the same lifetime. Change takes several lifetimes. Like a seed growing into a tree takes several years. Similarly, a soul who is like a seed takes several years to evolve and become good. Initially, the soul is bad, normally, because a soul is like a toddler. It tries to run fast and makes mistakes. So, a soul which is young is bad and is abusive and is cruel and keeps falling, in the sense, keeps falling in sin and tries to kill, hurt, throw tantrums, beat other people, murder other people in order to get whatever it desires. This is toddler behavior, it is childish behavior from the perspective of soul evolution. So a soul like this takes several lifetimes to evolve. In your same life, the soul will not evolve. However, karmic justice is given in the form of sickness. Like the soul might fall sick, like as in cancer or as in disease, as in spondylitis. It might have to go surgeries. It might get heart attacks. He might get severe heart pain. He might get betrayed in love. Relationship problems can come. He might be lonely, excessively lonely, because he cannot get along with anyone. Nobody puts up with him. So all the curses that you give, all the bad wishes that you give to the soul who is harming you, do pass to the soul, and justice is given in God's realm, in the sense that the soul feels the pain which he inflicts on others. The pain comes back, but it is not going to come back in a form that the person understands and changes himself and apologizes to you. That realization is a soul evolution realization, a soul ascension realization. It only comes when a soul grows from being a toddler to a child soul, like in third or fourth realms, or an older soul like in fifth or sixth realm. So as you grow higher on dimensions, you evolve and become more peaceful. Anger, revenge, hatred are lower dimensional energies which are very dominating on earth now, because earth is supposed to be a primary schools for souls. So most souls here are young souls, and they are primary going children for God. So they are very arrogant and they throw tantrums, they play in mud, in the sense they become alcohol addictive, they sleep around, they have careless sex. So all this is self-sabotaging, in the sense that you will hurt yourself more when you indulge in behaviors where you're playing with bad things, with mud and with dirty water like alcohol. So it feels very thrilling, like it feels very thrilling for a child to play in dirty water, but it is harmful. It will cause diseases. Similarly, sex with strangers will cause diseases to you. You can get varicose veins, you can get eczema. All these are skin diseases which come from sleeping around carelessly. I mean, I'm not judging that this is the reason why you have these problems. It can be past life issues also. However, generally, if you sleep around, you do get diseases and depressions, because you catch the karma of the person you're sleeping with, and he or she may not be positive. If he is indulging in careless sex, that means that he is unable to receive love and does not have the emotional maturity to receive love or the positivity, and he does not have the optimism to wait for true love. So that means the soul is in a low frequency soul, and negative. Usually young souls, youngsters are usually low frequency, they evolve with age. So youngsters can indulge in casual sex. However, if you murder and if you kill someone because the person is carrying your child, or if you abuse someone because the person is financially dependent on you, so all that karma definitely comes back. You may die with an accident, you may be murdered yourself, or you may get diseases, simply diseases. You may get financial failures. Usually betrayal in love leads to financial failures. You lose money if you betray someone in love. If you betray your children, if you are very abusive as parents and you don't realize, you get sickness, diseases of weird kinds, very bad diseases you can get, and you may not get cured. If you keep on taking out your frustration on others instead of evolving your soul, your body suffers the most by the anger you give out to others. You first take it inside before you can give out. So the way karmic justice works is that it gives you sickness, it gives you diseases, it can get you killed in an accident in the same life or in the next life when you are not even wrong. At that time you can be killed in an accident suddenly. It can strike anytime at the soul level. But it will not strike in a way that you will feel social justice being given, because that is a plan of evolution, and it requires changes in the educational system. When a lot of people become positive and a lot of people expect positivity in mass consciousness, only then social justice can be given, because it is a mass consciousness thing. Wherever social causes are involved, it is a mass consciousness phenomena, and mass consciousness has to be focused on the positive for justice to be given at a mass scale, at a mass level. Even in your own homes with your parents or with your children, if you want to receive justice, the changes have to come at the mass consciousness level, so that these people do not feel exploited by the systems of society. They yell at you and they scold you because they feel that they are being exploited by the system, like the schooling system. Children can yell at you if they are forced to go to school, if they don't like, or even if they like, they have to study to perform to get marks. So they can yell at you because they feel sabotaged and they feel sacrificed like goats, because they have to study when they don't want to study. The educational system is at fault because it is teaching things which are too much in detail, like calculus and geography and population of Dalits and population of Muslims and population of Hindus. I mean, these demarcations are not needed by a 7th or an 8th standard child. So learning all these things which are completely not needed makes you feel suffocated. I mean, if you live in an environment where you have to do things which you don't need for yourself or for your understanding, you feel like slaves. So children become negative and then they throw it out on you. Similarly, parents become negative when they have a lot of financial commitments and they feel that they cannot achieve their dreams because they have to look after you also. So then they become negative and then they take out their financial frustration on you by pointing out your mistakes all the time. This is a sign of low evolution, because if you are evolved, you can adjust your needs and you can adjust your work so that you can be peaceful while doing it. However, when a soul is not so evolved, he feels compromised and then he throws out his anger on you. Similarly, if a person sleeps around and he betrays you, he is sleeping around because he desires some love and some solace. However, he is not ready for the responsibility of probably a childbirth or the responsibility of looking after you or looking after children. So at that time, he wants to escape because the responsibility becomes overwhelming again and he cannot cope up. In that situation, normally a normal person will not create a murder, but a psychopath can. And a mad person can, or people can simply walk away or divorce or move away, separate, betray. So in those situations, it is more again a fault of the structure, which is very competitive and a lot of pressure is put on the person to perform all the time, and he does not want to perform where he is loved, so he walks away. He wants unconditional love where he does not want to perform. Again, all these changes, justice in all these situations will require a upliftment of mass consciousness, which is coming with the new age, but not so much. It will come gradually. However, it will be better than what we expect now. So by 2025, there will be more justice given. Then what can happen in the current situation where energies are already in a chaos? There are pressures from everywhere, and the pandemic is going on. The government is under pressure. There's a threat of war every now and then from one country to the other, because these are the times when Kali Yuga is at its peak and crime is expected to increase. So when all this is so much that people can no longer tolerate and revolt, only then a change can come in the system. A change will not come automatically. Justice will not be given automatically. You have to fight for it in a way that you feel positive yourself. So your suffering, you're continuing to suffer in the hope that karmic justice will be given, is a false goal, largely because it is not going to be given in a way that the person understands his mistakes and stops doing the crimes or stops abusing you. That is not going to happen. So it is better to fight through meditation, so that the energy of the person changes and it no longer affects you, means you move away from the place, or the person goes away because of your meditation. There is a frequency change and the person goes away from your life in some way or the other, or the revolt has to be such that the whole superstructure collapses and the person cannot harm you anymore because the structure is now in your favor. For example, that if you fight for a friend who is being punished, and in Kali Yuga you would be killed, but in Satyug the whole structure can change in the sense that several people can join with you in the fight, and you can get justice. So several times the issue of justice is a mass issue. It's not an individual issue, and your suffering is not going to get you justice. So you have to be optimistic. You have to find ways to be positive and optimistic and save yourself from the abuser. Even if you cannot save everyone else, even if you are unable to save the world, save yourself and be positive yourself. Save yourself not in a way that you become negative or you become an abuser, because that will again attract sickness and disease in your life. Save yourself in a way that you become positive and you become optimistic, and you can help others by being positive yourself. That is the only way to get justice for yourself in your present life and move in a happier way in the present life. If you die feeling that an injustice has been given to you, you will have a miserable next life. So you have to die feeling that justice has been achieved, whether it is achieved or not. You be in the visualization that justice has been achieved, and over time it will come in your next life or in the future years. In the spirit realm, you will be able to see that justice has been achieved and it has been given to you. But at the moment of death, you should be positive so that you go in a positive realm and your next birth is peaceful. And this karmic cycle of abuse ends or reduces with this life. And for all that, you need meditation, you need positivity, you need to focus on the top of the head and smile and meditate, so that positive hormones are released in your aura and you get out of this law of attraction where cycles are running against you. So law of attraction has to be manipulated in your favor by you changing your core filament to positive. That is the only way out. There is no other way out, that you think that God will suddenly come and kill all the abusers, because again it is karmic. The abusers are killing victims because the victims were abusers earlier. Somebody who is murdered in this life may have been and is a murderer in a past life. Now, somebody who is saving a person from being molested or raped in this life has been a rapist in a past life. So it is almost always that justice comes around. So the person who you see punished now has punished in the previous life, has done a crime in the previous life. So God cannot come and save simply because they are getting payback for the deeds they did in past lives. That is why it is better to be positive yourself and not create a war, not destroy everything, because again if you destroy everything, you will have to relive the whole cycle till it is positive, because evolution is always towards positivity. You need a plus solution. You do not have the choice of having a negative solution or brood into negative thinking and discuss and drink and have long chats on how negative life is. That choice you don't have if you want to be happy, because that frequency of negativity will only increase problems in your life and the life of those around you. So I had to explain this because I am doing sessions and I was trying to find videos on karmic justice, and I was unable to find these videos. So uh, these things are not written normally. That is why we don't find data on it, because these are spoken downloads. I mean, God speaks and you record it, because it changes with context, it changes with every situation, and writing it down can mislead people. People can change the words and misinterpret them. We don't find much data, but however, these things are written in books, how karmic justice happens. And it is always done in two ways actually. One is suffering, and one is creating positive energy for others. If you have done bad karma in a past life, one is that you will suffer, second is you will overcome suffering and create positive energy for others so that they don't suffer where you have suffered. In that way, you give positive energy back to the people whom you may have killed as a soldier or a warrior in a past life, or as a criminal you might have killed. So to give back positive energy to those people, you have to suffer yourself, understand suffering, and then you teach them how to be positive in difficult circumstances. So so if you are a slave owner and you have killed slaves in past life, there are two ways that you will pay back. You will be a slave in the next life, you will be abused, you may be extensively emotionally abused. Instead of being physically abused, you can be emotionally abused for several years. If you have killed someone through emotional abuse, also it is paid back, but it is intense emotional abuse. So you will be emotionally abused for several years, or you may be killed. And in the next life, if you are killed, you will teach others how to be happy during slavery, how to overcome slavery. And if you are emotionally abused in the same life, you can teach others how to be happy by being positive yourself in spite of the abuse, and getting out of the situation where you are abused. So getting out of a situation where you are unhappy is very important to rise to a positive frequency. Or you change the atmosphere in which you are living so that you are positive in the same situation. In either case, you cannot go on living in a place where you feel negative all the time, because that will drain your energies and it will prevent your positive ascension. So that way, divorce and separation are good things, because they take you out of a negative situation where you no longer feel loved or accepted, and you are forced to rise to a positive frequency to cope up. So even if you are widowed, or if your partner has died, even that is a good thing for you if the marriage was bad. And even if the marriage was good, it was probably a good thing, because it will help you evolve to a situation where you will be forced to be positive, to help others and to help your children, and to be calm yourself. And when you are forced to be positive, when you choose to be positive, at that point you will be able to help several others be positive, because your radiation will spread and you will find satisfaction by helping others. So these are life plans, and justice is always given. Karmic justice is always given. It's just that it comes in the form of disease or sickness or accident or misfortune, financial misfortune. It may not come in a form that you desire, and but God cannot be blamed for it, of course, because karmic law goes over lifetimes, and you get punished because you have done something wrong in a previous lifetime, maybe unintentionally, but it has happened, so you have to pay for it. So it is given in a form where it is neutral, where nobody feels blamed or judged, and nobody says that God was wrong, he murdered me earlier and now I've murdered him and I'm being punished. So it is not done that way. So it is done in a way that if you murder someone, you might die in an accident, you might face a financial misfortune, or you might get diseased. So because murder has to be condemned, however, the karma will adjust itself. It will not it will not happen that people will get away with murder and people can go on sinning. That does not happen. Good somewhere reigns, positive energy reigns on the planet. That is why evolution happens, and that is why people are trying to change the society, and it is happening much more now than before, because Kali Yuga is ending and Satyuga is coming in 2025. You can see the shifts yourself, And all the earlier calculations which said that it is not coming were wrong. They were made by bribing the priests in the age of Mahabharata, so that people are fooled and they go on believing that Kalyug exists and do not fight the abusers. However, Kalyug is ending, and the fact that Kalyug exists is no reason to go on being a criminal or go on misusing women or men or to go on harming others, because all this that you harm others, all this that you do to harm others or to abuse others, it falls back on you in the form of your own pain, your own sickness, your own disease, your own tears. So anybody who is abusive to another person has to cry himself or herself also, has to feel tortured himself or herself also. Even if your abuse is justified, even if you think you are teaching your child a lesson by abusing, even then if the person is hurt, the abuse will come back to you, it will be reflected back to you, and you will be crying. So it is better to be peaceful to children also, and to allow them to make mistakes than take charge in your own hands all the time. As much as possible, be peaceful. As much as possible, love people, be compassionate, and you can teach a bit here and there as much as is possible without you feeling negative, because the moment you feel negative and you feel angered or anguished or suffocated or walked over, tortured, invaded, you will attract a disease or a sickness in your life, because negative hormones will go to the organs from the subconscious mind. Thank you. I hope this helps. Actually, a past life therapy is needed to actually help, but a general awareness definitely is useful than having no awareness at all. Please like and subscribe if you find the video useful. And I am sorry that I am not technologically very adept. I am trying my best. Thank you.